Hey guys, Ollie here again with Amber Talk this week. Newport County 2, Barrow 1. In terms of the match, it was quite a good match. Over the last few games, we started playing this more kind of possession-based, neat on-the-ground football, which is quite a drastic change from the football we played last season, which was kind of get the ball, hoof it up the pitch, give it to Jammer, and hope something comes out of that. We're creating a lot more chances. We're kind of using the pitch a lot more. The only thing that does worry me is we all kind of know in the winter months the pitch gets a bit mucky, a bit roughed up. So to see how well this on-the-floor passing is going to go is quite interesting. In terms of goals, Liam Shepard scored the opener 20 minutes in. Beautiful little shot curled into the bottom left corner. He's becoming quite a good player now. We're getting quite a few man of the matches, and the way we managed to get him is exceptional business. You've got to give the club that. Not long after, though, Hardcastle for Barrow scores quite a good goal. You can't disagree with it. It seems like the only goals we're conceding at the moment is like these exceptional finishes. So I've not really got any queries or qualms with that equaliser. The only problem was after that, the defence looked a bit shaky, looked like their confidence was knocked quite a bit. But no, it looked all right. And then we go into half-time, 1-1. We come out, we're looking strong. A bit of a defensive error for Barrow opens up for Ryan Taylor. He slots home. If they're a striker at this league, they're never going to miss a chance like that. Ethan Newton to Pele, move aside Ian Doyle. But as anyway, I'm going to pass it over to county fans, see what they've got to say about today's match.
Right then, here we go. Carpool Karaoke King, apparently. Thank you, Chris. Just a little update from the game today. Looking pretty good, to be honest. I'll go through positives, things to work on, and man of the match. So positives were Scott Twine. Great movement, great strength off the ball. It was a press quite high as well. Saku Jane as well, absolutely fantastic for me. I think he was absolutely incredible. His movement, his runs off the ball, he created a lot of space for Ryan Taylor, and I think that's where Taylor got his goal. As much as it was a bad pass, it was, for me, it was Jane pushing wide, putting pressure on players to make mistakes, and that's where the goals come from. Things just to improve, I say, when we scored, we settled. So I think when we score, is for us to maybe change our mentality to push forward. Quite stagnant in midfield, and that's obviously where the goal came from. Dimitru on the far right side, trying to shield the ball. Ball got lost to their team. Just one or two players like Wilmot just didn't track his man. I don't know if he just couldn't see it, or it just happened just so fast. It was a lucky goal in my view by them, so nothing too much to worry about. But we always looked like scoring. Totally different to last season. We actually looked like scoring. I never thought we were going to lose that at all. For me, man of the match, I already mentioned him. Jane, his movement, absolutely fantastic. All the stuff he does off the ball doesn't get enough credit. A lot of the commentators were saying about obviously the guys with the ball, obviously as they do, typical. Also, who the bloody hell is Mickey Dolan, for one? Who the hell is Mickey Dimitru? Don't know. And who the hell is, what's the other fella's name? Who's Carl Hawkins? I haven't a clue. So those are three new players that we've signed, thanks to the commentator. So they did well as well. Up a county.
So it was County 2, Barrow 1. Which means to say, happy days. And another good performance. Perhaps not as complete as it was the other night, when we absolutely pulverised Cambridge. But then again, Cambridge sat back. Now today we had a team that was an opponent that was trying to get in our faces a bit more and disrupt the game. And hence they gave us something to think about, which perhaps isn't a bad thing in the long run. And we took the lead, still passing the ball nicely like we want to see now, and we took the lead. And then I think when Mickey was dispossessed on the left flank and they got their equaliser, they got their tails up, And then I think we kind of like fell in between two stools. Something's going to happen when you're changing style. Do we keep playing football, or do we perhaps do something that we're more comfortable with? But I'm pleased to say that they did try and stick with the football. We didn't fall in between those two stools. And eventually second half, we came straight out of the blocks, pressing them really, really high. And Jana managed to get a press on the defender, and he didn't look up, and he passed the ball to Ryan Taylor. What a great game. Lovely finish. But that was because we were pressing high up the field, forcing our opponent to make mistakes. And we played a fair bit of football. Just want to say before I pass on to Jake, I thought the referee was awful, especially in the second half. He disrupted the game completely. Slightest push touch, any sort of contact, and he was playing into Barrow's hands. They wanted the game broken up. They wanted free kicks out and around the box, and he played into their hands, and the second half seemed to go on forever, so... But it's a win. It's a win. We're still playing football. I thought Ryan Taylor was exceptional. So was Jana. I'm going to pass you on to Jake.
Yeah, so picking up on what obviously Dad said there, the important part of playing from the back is that we are only Newport County. You have to understand that playing that style of play, especially in this league at this level, you are going to make mistakes. And it seemed after Mickey then got dispossessed in that chance on the touchline, the ball got played. You got to give Barrow credit; it was a good finish, but we kind of went to our shell a little bit. And we kind of stood off, almost like we were a bit rattled. But eventually, we did get to playing back from the back. So it's important that we keep that going and try not use those little dispossessions as try not get discouraged by them, so we can just keep our, have a different identity of football that we have from last season. But overall, I feel like I said on Tuesday night with Robbie, we almost gave away a couple of chances by stupid passes, trying to play too much from the back. With in situations like that, you kind of just got to put your foot through it. But remember, as a fan base, we do have to remember we are Newport County, and we have to be proud that we are playing a style of play that we don't see often. So I'm still very proud of the team. Barrow, obviously, they pressed hard, they pressed high. But the important thing was that we maintained composure throughout the length of the game, and we got away with the 2-1 win. So all 3 points, no matter how you get them, it's 3 points at the end of the day, and that's what we got to look forward to. So for me, Ryan Taylor was my man of the match. Jana close second, because obviously it was his pressing that actually led to Ryan Taylor's goal. But I thought Ryan Taylor, he's you can see he's got that experience. He knows where to be in the right places, and especially with the finish as well, you've got to give him credit for that finish, because most strikers may have tried to go low, and keeper was actually in a decent position. He probably would have saved it. So he managed to find it over the keeper's head into the top corner. So brilliant finish overall, and on to Watford on Tuesday. So hopefully for a good win there, and then maybe we might see Newcastle in the next round.
So it's a pity we can't all go to the pub now together, but have a good night tonight, Exiles, and up the county as ever, and on to Tuesday.
At the county.
Ladies and gents, hope you're all well. Hope you all enjoyed that game as much as I did. A convincing win, 2-1 win over newly promoted Barrow. Obviously Liam Shepherd's first half goal was absolutely fantastic. There's probably no stopping it, let's be honest. It was a brilliant goal, nice to watch. Shortly followed by a slight mess up at the back by Mickey Dimitriou, one of my favourite players. I don't like to talk ill of him. It's just this type of football we're trying to play now, which is, more passing and playing out from the back. Sometimes these mistakes happen, and we reacted well to it, so I shan't talk of it anymore. It was, again, quickly followed by Ryan Taylor's second goal of the season. Again, lovely to watch the new boys sink some goals and play well enough to give the headaches to Michael Flynn when he picks the team sheet. And obviously it's working, because they both started ahead of Podge and Abrahams, which isn't easy to do. But a welcomed headache. Seasons gone by recently where we've not had a big bench or a strong bench to be able to make these decisions, and it's great. Again, just like Nick Townsend starting ahead of Tom King. if he keeps performing well, I don't see why you'd go back. But obviously with cups coming up and the league, I'm sure we'll see that chop and change quite quickly. I think Psycho had an okay game. He holds the ball really, really well. I honestly thought he'd score watching him play these past couple of games. I thought today would have been the day that he sunk a goal or two. Maybe he's just lacking that final bit of, grit or skill, maybe, that puts the ball in the net. However, I'm sure soon enough it'll come. Labs obviously didn't come on, and I thought maybe in the second half that was a sub that might have happened. Maybe in the midfield it would have benefited from having Labs, how well he controls the midfield, and then if you control the midfield, you control the game. Ryan Haynes, again, had a brilliant game. I talk about him every time. He's a brilliant footballer, like I keep saying, one of our best. And last week, the only thing I could have said was he absolutely never plays the ball off his right foot. And this week, he proved me wrong. A couple of his crosses went in off his right foot, which was quite nice to see. Maybe Michael Flynn's had a word with him, because although he is dangerous with just his left, it becomes predictable after a while, and it was quite nice to see him play with his right as well. Josh Sheehan, again, had a relatively good game. I can only imagine how frustrating it is when you're that good of a player that you're being man-marked for a couple of games in a row. It becomes very frustrating because it's hard to pass to somebody who's being man-marked, and then it's hard to shine when you don't have the ball. However, we'll see how this plays out. We had a good first half and we dominated the second half. I know we probably could have scored another goal or two. I say we dominated the second half because Barrow didn't have a shot in the second half, which is always nice. It's lovely to actually play possession football for once. The other day we had 70-odd%, 2 or 3% possession. This week was 57, so we're still winning on the possession stats, which doesn't always happen or hasn't in seasons gone by, which is nice, very, very nice. We sit 9th after 2 games. Obviously, long old season ahead of us with cups and league games and all sorts coming up. But good to get 3 points today. Next game, Tuesday, Watford. I'm confident. I'm sure you guys are too. We've beat some big names in the past, especially at home. I reckon we'll do it. Simple as that. I won't say anything else. And then our next league game is Bolton away, which is probably the away game of the season that I really wanted to go to. I've got lots of friends up in Bolton, and I was very much so looking forward to going up to the Macron, I think, and rubbing it in when we beat them. Anyway, stay safe, be good, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Hello, this is our post-match analysis of the Newport County versus Barrow game. Obviously a big 2 win for Newport County, obviously, especially at the start of the season, a big 3 points on the board. I think in the first half we dominated for large periods. I think we played the ball across the pitch very well. Great football, good little passes, intricate play. Obviously the goal from Shepherd, I don't know how the hell he got through and went in, to be honest. There was so many flipping players in that box, but
I thought Twine done well to get that ball to Shepherd in the first place.
Allowed him to sort of have the shot. So many players in that box there, weren't there? I just don't know how.
Ridiculous, wasn't it?
But it was a good low, powerful shot. Keeper had no chance really with that amount of players in there, but obviously that gave us a bit of confidence then to push on. As I said, I think we played very good football in the first half. Obviously playing it on the ground, which I think we play. That's how we play, isn't it?
Fantastic. It's fantastic.
The players we've got, the likes of Shea and Twine, very good players on the ball.
Even Wilmot. He
Wilmot,
did all right today.
Wilmot,
I thought.
Not really playing in his preferred position either, is he? Really?
No, of course not. And I thought he had a good game personally.
Yeah, Wilmot played very well. I think the team as a whole played very well. There's not really many players.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The only player to say he didn't do much was Townsend, because he didn't
have anything to do really.
He didn't have to do much, literally.
As I said, the first half, I think we dominated. Obviously, the goal that Barrow scored was a silly mistake. There's mucking about with it at the back, really, to be honest.
Also, not taking away, Barrow did have a few decent spells though in the first half. I thought they played really good football.
Yeah, I expected a lot worse than them. I'm not going to lie. Like,
They've done a lot of long balls, but they also done a lot of really good football.
Yeah, definitely. They played the ball like similar to us, really. As I was saying, we played good football, but they
obviously we were more dominating with it. And we used the ball really well.
Yeah, definitely.
Took our pass as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think we took advantage of the play and the possession we had. Yeah. I think the only time they really looked really threatening was either off a mistake to us, to be honest.
Yeah, we did a few mistakes, didn't we?
Their goal, Townsend had no chance of getting to that.
Hell of a strike.
Yeah, quality finish, wasn't it, mate? So, yeah, you can't really complain about that. Obviously, silly mistakes, but we'll learn from that going on forward. But yeah, second half, kind of polar opposite to the first, really. Quite dull, to be honest. Obviously, we were just playing out, really. We were 2-1 up.
Taylor took his goal well, very composed.
Obviously, that was a mistake on their part then. Obviously, 2 big mistakes that affected the game a lot.
Was in the right place at the right time, I guess.
Exactly. What a striker's meant to do.
Exactly.
Very composed finish.
Top corner.
Yeah, brilliant finish. Obviously, took advantage of their mistake. Put us in a really good position then. And we just sort of played out the second half, really, to be honest. We just, we were 2-1 up. We had nothing really to go for. They brought on Abraham, so I thought maybe... Obviously, we might be going for it a little bit, but we just let the game sort of
seeing Jana play his first 90 minutes, I thought he played really well.
Brilliant, yeah.
He's
very good on the ball.
He's a very tricky player, and you can see he's going to give us a few penalties, I reckon.
Yeah.
In the latter stages.
Defenders will struggle trying to deal with him, especially how quick. He's got very quick feet. He's good on the ball.
If he improves his shooting or his decision making, it'll be much better.
Yeah, definitely. But as a whole, I think the team played
brilliant. As a whole,
very good.
Our 3 defenders, Hawkins, Cooper and Dimmy, I didn't think anything's getting past them, literally.
Rock solid, mate. Rock solid at the back, those 3 were. Same with, obviously, Shepherd again. Probably my man of the match, Shepherd.
Yeah,
he was
Shepherd for me,
quality. He's been great so far this season, and I just don't know how we've managed to get a player like him, to be honest.
I know, it's ridiculous. I think he's a League One type player, but...
Good chance he could be, mate. He's just...
I'll take him any day of the week, though.
Oh, yeah, of course. He was absolutely fantastic in this game. As I said, offensively and defensively.
He's been great all season, in my opinion.
Yeah,
so.
He's going to be a big player for us if we want to try and get promotion this season. Obviously, it's early days, but the way we're playing, there's no reason why we can't try and be a bit optimistic. I think overall it's a very good win, wasn't it?
Very good win. Rested a few players as well for Tuesday night against Watford.
Yeah.
So hoping to see Benno back in the side, hopefully.
Labs,
maybe,
obviously just try and change it up a little
bit. Be nice to see Benno back though, first time.
Yeah, definitely.
Signing on with us.
He's a massive player for us. Probably our most consistent player, to be honest, I'd say, out of the whole squad. But it's good that we've got a lot of options now.
Exactly.
Obviously, I'd rather have more options than no options at the end of the day. It might be a selection headache, but it's a good selection headache. Yeah. I'd rather have that than not have much depth in the squad. So
anyways, we were impressed with the result today. Barrow give us as good as they can. I thought I underestimated them a bit. I thought they weren't going to be that good, but turns out they played really well.
Yeah, we definitely did underestimate them, to be fair. They played brilliant football at times. Obviously, I think we dominated.
Yeah, we did dominate, yeah.
But they put up a good fight, I think. They're quite hard to play against at times, I thought.
The defo style, they won't go down.
No. Based off that performance.
Yeah, that performance, yeah.
If they can keep that up for the rest of the season, mate, they got a good chance of staying up.
Yeah.
But as I said, very good win for Kane. Big 3 points. And,
very good win, good points, as always.
At
the county!
Okay, so County 2, Barrow 1. It's a good win for a few reasons. First of all, last season, that's the kind of game we probably would have drawn or lost, especially at home. Some of the smaller clubs are coming to us last season and pinching points from us, whereas this season, it's looking as though we're going to have that fight in us to prevent that from happening. Like I say, it's early days yet though, but I'm liking the possession football. For me, obviously, Flynn last season tried to counteract the amount of goals we conceded the season before by altering our attacking game. So our defence had a bit more focus. Unfortunately, it had a detriment to our attack. So I think he's meeting some in the middle now. and looking at a possession-based game where the defence will automatically be better for the fact the opposition isn't having as much of the ball, and automatically our attack should, theoretically, be better, because the more the ball we got, the more chances effectively we can create if we've got the right players. I think we've got a good mix in midfield at the moment. I think up front could be, how can I put it? We're getting a lot of possession. We are creating chances, but we're not creating clear-cut chances often enough, in my opinion. But I'm not taking anything away from what I think has been a great start to a new season in difficult circumstances. So I'd say I was happy today. Oh, bloody hell. I thought Shepherd had another great game. I thought Taylor looked good. I think Jane looked pretty decent as well. I think Brandon Cooper is very good at spraying the balls at defence as a ball-playing defender. I thought Haynes had a good game. If I had to pick a man of the match, that would be a difficult one. I don't think anybody stood out enough to sort of signify a man of the match. I don't think a man of the match would have come from the Barrow side. I don't think they were that good. I think, well, they were a bit tricky pushing forward, but I think we had them under control in the second half, and we never really looked like we were going to concede against them again. But if I had to sort of pull a man of the match out, oh, bloody hell, it's tricky. It's tricky to pick one. There's a few players that could take it. I'd say Liam Shepherd, because he had another solid game. I thought he was good defensively. He was good going forward again, and he pinched a goal, his first goal for us. So I'm going to go with Liam Shepherd as the man of the match. A good win, but we could work on the creation of better chances, whether that's the attackers not getting to the right positions or the midfielders not picking them out when they are. That remains to be seen. But all I'll say is that it's looking pretty decent right now.
So that's what the rest of the county fans have to say about this week's match. As always, if you do want your submission featured in the video, go over to the Amber Army page on Facebook and send us a little video of your post-match thoughts, anywhere between a minute or two, and we will try and get you featured. Obviously, if there's a lot of people entered, we will try and pick the best ones, but we will try and give everyone a fair share. The next match we have now is Watford on Tuesday night at home. Big one, third round of the Carabao Cup. We all know the importance of this match. So hopefully we can go there and get a result. Just keep open. As always, I've been Ollie, and up the county.
Many thanks for watching the latest content on the Amber Army channel. Please make sure you leave us a like. Make sure you subscribe for more content, both for the neutral football fan and also plenty of Newport County. Even more Newport County content can be found on the club's iFollow channel on the link above. It is just £4.49 per month to subscribe to that service. And those of you feeling extra generous can also support us on Patreon on the link at the bottom there. That would be a monthly donation of your choice. Thank you again, make sure you've subscribed, and as always, up the county.